Good morning. It's 7:45. I'm in Red Canyon, I think it's called. I came here after leaving Lake Powell yesterday. I was just driving along the road out of Lake Powell and I saw this road going off to the left and it looked interesting, so I followed it, and 6 or 7 or 8 miles up the road I came to this pretty cool campsite. As its name suggests, it is very red. The sides of the valley are these beautiful red cliffs. There are several old mines in this area. In fact, there's one right here. And I found this hole just 10 feet from my car. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty deep. There's a nice little canyon running through the valley, the bottom of the valley over here. I think this was an old quarry or a mine or something over here. I don't know what they were mining or quarrying, but it could be copper. These rocks are green. I think that indicates that there's copper in the area. There's a lot of mining garbage in the area. Right here we've got a big old oil drum or gas can of some sort. Here's one mine that's been partially, well, mostly collapsed and filled in. And then just next to it, it's kind of hard to see because of the sun, but there's another one. Like I said, I'm not sure what they were doing here, what they were mining, but it's fun just to wander around and see what little artifacts you can find. I think I'm ready to hit the road. I'm going to finish eating up some breakfast. I just have a little bag of coconut coated almonds, and I'm going to drive into Blanding. A big chunk of today is going to be work. I need to go to the library in Blanding and get online for several hours, and also there's a lot of shopping I need to do and little things like that. It's been several days since I've been able to connect really to the outside world, so it'll be good to get back and touch base a little bit. I saw that I was passing right by Natural Bridges National Monument. I've been here before, been here once before. I think it was 3 years ago. Really cool place. When I was here, I did basically everything that I wanted to do. There are 3 main natural bridges, and I went to all 3 of them. But this morning, passing by, it's early in the morning, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. I figured, you know what, let me just pop in really quick and I'll go to what I think was the most spectacular of the 3 major natural bridges, and just do a quick hike and then get back on the road. And actually, I think I'll stop at overlooks for the first 2 bridges so you can see those, and then I'll walk to the 3rd one. So this is Sipapu Bridge. All of the bridges have Native American names. This is Kachina Bridge. remember correctly, there's some Native American rock art at the base of that bridge also. Alright, I'm going to go to the third and final bridge. Let's go check it out. And this is Owakomo Bridge. This is the one I'm going to go hike to. This is the smallest of the three bridges, but arguably the most impressive. It's still 100 and something feet wide. I do think this is one of the more spectacular arches in Utah. It's really cool. This is a great little national monument. It's small. You can easily see everything in a couple hours, an hour if you're not hiking to the arches. There are also some Native American ruins here that I haven't seen. But yeah, great spot, definitely worth a visit if you're in the area. Now I'm gonna head into Blanding. Okay, let me bring you up to speed here. It's been several hours. I was at the library for a couple hours. Weirdly, YouTube was blocked on the library internet, and so I couldn't reply to comments or anything like that, so that was weird. And then I went to the post office to send off some orders. And then I went to a burrito place called Pop's Burritos and got a giant burrito to eat. I was still hungry. So then I went to A&W and got a large fry and root beer float. And then I went to the supermarket right here, Clark's Market, and got groceries. And I've just been figuring out where I'm going next. I think I've got an idea. I'm gonna go try to find some Native American ruins and then camp after that. So I was driving down the road to where I'm gonna be exploring later, and I came across this, which I didn't know was here. Welcome to the Butler Wash Dinosaur Tracks site. Apparently there are tracks of two different sizes of meat-eating dinosaur or theropod that were first reported to the BLM in 1994. Also interesting is that this sign is in English and Navajo. Navajo is a crazy language. Apparently it's 1/8 of a mile round trip to the dinosaur tracks, so not far at all. Let's see what we've got. I've been looking around in this rock for about 5 minutes and I don't know where the dinosaur tracks are. I'm not seeing anything that looks like dinosaur tracks. I think I'm gonna go back to the sign, look again at the pictures that they have there and the little map and see if I can come back and figure out where they are. Okay, with some help of some other people who stopped, I have found the dinosaur tracks. Looks like there's one here. You can see the 3 toes. One here, and one here. I think that's all, just the 3 tracks. The lady said that there are apparently 4, but she could never find the 4th one, so. Okay, cool. I think that they're rare enough that even seeing a couple of them, I think is interesting. Okay, I'm almost at the trailhead for Fishmouth Cave in the Combe Ridge area. If I didn't know any better, I would say that that is Fishmouth Cave. Okay, so I'm in the cave. I don't know if you can hear the echo. The ruins in here are pretty lame. They're just kind of piles of rock and a couple of stacked walls. But the cave itself is pretty spectacular. It's huge. I don't think you could quite fit a football field in here, but it would be close. Unfortunately, there's a ton of graffiti back in here. There's this big kind of retaining wall almost that's been built up at the back of the cave. There's some pieces of corn and pottery. This looks like a grinding stone and metate. And also a few more over here. Several over on this rock too. All of these grinding spots. They would grind up corn. This little granary or storage room was probably the best ruin up here, but it's only a few feet across and a few feet high. It's not very big or spectacular. To the right of the cave are some more smaller walls. Overall, I'd say that the ruins here, not great. Not really worth the half-hour hike. The cave, though, was pretty darn cool. So if you're a cave person, have at it. On the way up here, I actually passed by a couple of smaller ruins. And those ruins down there are actually much more impressive than these ones up here. So I'll show you those on the way back down. Okay, here's the first of two sets of ruins down in the valley in the canyon below the cave. The walls are in pretty good shape. So this is what I'm calling the upper set of ruins. Now let's go down to the lower set, which are a bit more complete. And then here's a pan around of the entire cave. Really beautiful little spot. Most of the structures, the Native American buildings in this area were abandoned 700 or 800 years ago. It could have been built long before that. So we're talking 1,000 years old for a lot of these buildings. Back in the car, it's 6:05. Took about an hour and 20 minutes round trip to do that hike. Let's go find a campsite and get ready to hunker down for the night. Okay, I think I found a campsite, but first I just wanted to show you how dusty and windy it is. Like, look at this. This is sand that just gets blown in whenever I open the door. I'll show you what it's like out at the campsite. This is probably my least favorite campsite I've had on this trip. It's okay. I mean, the view this way is nice. The view this way isn't that great. So let me show you. Well, let's do this first. This This is Butler Wash out here, and this is Combe Ridge out on the horizon. This is pretty, looking this way. This is nice, I like this. It took me actually quite a while to find a campsite. So there's a main dirt road out here that goes through this valley, and then there are lots of little side roads that lead to campsites, and I went down probably 10 of them, and they were all occupied. A lot of people camping in this area. It's just as well, the first thing I'm doing tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do a hike, and the trailhead is only, I don't know, half a mile down the road that way. I'm a bit worried about opening up my windows tonight while I'm sleeping, because I'll have an inch of sand on me when I wake up. Anyway, it's late, it's getting dark. Have probably 45 minutes of daylight left, and I think I'll finish up today's video here. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the day's adventures. While I was at the library today, I planned out my next several days, and I've got some good stuff planned, so stay tuned for that. I think I'm gonna try to hit up the Grand Canyon, even though it's gonna be Easter weekend. Yeah, I got lots of other cool stuff planned for the next, well, for the rest of the trip, really, but this is my last full day in Utah. I'll be going into Arizona tomorrow. I didn't plan on spending this much time in southern Utah, to be honest, but it's so awesome, and there's so much to do that I always find it hard to escape the pull of gravity that southern Utah has over me. I love Arizona, I love Colorado, I love all the neighboring states, but southern Utah is where my heart is. It's where I like being the most, and so it's a bit bittersweet, but time to move on to, I guess, a different kind of desert. I'll be moving from the Colorado Plateau down into the Sonoran Desert in southern Arizona. You'll see when I get there. Got some good stuff planned. Let me know what your favorite part of today's video was, and thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.